All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to 5 Minutes of Math. Thank you very much for your patience. All right, let's go ahead and get started. This is for the evening of Wednesday, November 15th, and we're going to start with number one. And we start with our familiar, beloved Pythagorean theorem equation. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. Now, we have our 3 squared plus b squared equals 5 squared. 9 plus b squared equals 25. Now, we subtract 9 from both sides because that's an equation. We do have to keep it balanced. And we subtract 9. 25 minus 9 is 16. B squared equals 16. And we take the square root. And we finally have b equals 4. Now, this is our 3, 4, 5. That's a Pythagorean triple. All whole numbers. Anytime you have a situation where all three sides are whole numbers without decimals, that's a Pythagorean triple. And 3, 4, 5 is the most common one. All right, so we have a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Now, looking at this wheelchair ramp, 9.5 feet is one of our legs. We have our hypotenuse, which is 10. We're looking for the height. 9.5 squared is 90.25. 10 squared is our hypotenuse, and that 10 squared is 100. Subtract 90.25 from both sides, and we end up with b squared equals the square root of 9.75. And we take that square root, we get b equals 3.122, or about 3.12. That should say feet, not meters, but feet. All right, going on to number 3. We have, starting off again, our Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. It says geometry, but don't let that throw you. This is just an isosceles triangle where two legs are the same size. Both legs are 4. 4 squared is 16. So 16 plus 16 equals 32. Take that square root. And we have our hypotenuse ending up equal to 5.656, or about 5.66. All right, so here's our diagram. Now, I have taken this picture of a kite and I've drawn a diagram of it. You see those 3 hash marks? That set of hash marks means that not only is that line segment 45 inches, but the other line segment with the 3 purple hash marks is the same size. So both of the bottom line segments are 45. The top 2 with the single hash mark just means that they're both a different size. Now, each one of them is the same size, but the 2 top ones are different from the bottom. In order to figure out the top ones, which are hypotenuses, we have to figure out some right triangle math. So here we have 27, our unknown, and 45. So that's what we're going to use for our first part of this problem. So a equals 27, b equals, well, we don't know yet, and c equals 45. So here we go. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. We have 27 squared plus b squared equals 45 squared. We have 729 plus b squared equals 2025. Now, if you notice, we're going to end up with 36 for this. But let's finish out this problem. Subtract 729 from both sides, all right? And then we end up with 2025 minus 729 is 1296. So we take the square root of 1296 and just as the picture showed you, we're going to end up with 36 as our leg. Now, if we go back to our picture, we know that b is 36. Now we got to find one more hypotenuse to find out that top line segment. So we have 36 and 15 as our 2 legs, and c is our unknown this time. So this is the second part of this problem. A equals 15, b equals 36, and c, well, we don't know yet. So a squared plus b squared equals c squared again. All right. 15 squared plus 36 squared equals c squared. This one's easy. Square, add, find the square root. 225 plus 1296 equals c squared. We add those up, we get 1521. We take the square root. And we find out that that top line segment, the hypotenuse, is 39. Now, what do we do with that? This question is asking for a perimeter. So if you notice, that top line segment with the 1 hash mark is 39 inches. That means the other one with the same number of hash marks is also 39 inches. What is perimeter? The distance around a figure. So we add these 4 numbers up. So we just add each of the 4 sides. This is the third part of the problem. So 39 plus 39 plus 45 plus 45 is 168. There were 2 parts where we had to find out the Pythagorean theorem and 1 part where we had to solve for perimeter. Thank you again for listening, and again, I appreciate your patience. Talk to you soon.